It's me again, Demetrius Andrade, and if you're looking to take your fight game to the next level, try this, the Fighter Stack. Everything you need.
Tarver, Tony, I want to get some fight breakdowns from you. Being a fighter and knowing the sport more than any other person out there. Break down the Pacquiao versus Thurman fight for us. And who do you give the advantage to in that fight?
Man, I really like Keith Thurman. You know, he's a Florida boy. But Keith's legs, he got to get on them. He got to get back on his legs. His movement, he hasn't been moving as much as he, did in the past. And if you go back and look at his last two fights, even his last three fights, he's been getting hit. You know, hit with punches that we normally don't see Keith Thurman get hit with because he's normally out of the way. And his legs has always been his best asset, I think. And but with Pacquiao can move too. Pacquiao is real, he moves in and out while he's throwing punches in and out, so he's dangerous. I think Thurman's gonna have to be cautious of both hands, especially in close. If Thurman keep Pacquiao on the outside, I think he can box him and control him more, so from the outside.
All of a sudden we got great line right now.
But if Thurman, is not on his legs and he's sitting down, inside with Pacquiao, it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be a dangerous fight. Thurman has a chin though. I think he's proven that, but he can't get hurt. I think that's been proven too. So I'm going for Keith Thurman. He's a younger fighter, but Pacquiao's been at this level so long, man, and it's like. He still feels that he has one more big hurrah. And I think this is his best chance to get back into the mix of, being that top welterweight, being considered that top welterweight at his age would be phenomenal if he can pull this win off. But I think you have to go with youth. And when the fight starts, when the fight settles in, you have to go with youth in this case, because I think Thurman has enough to keep Pacquiao at his distance and keep him in range at his pace and at his range. I think if he controls the fight, Thurman has a great chance of winning.
So he needs to just box him, not exchange with him.
I mean, and it might not be the most popular fight for him, but I think that gives him the best chance to win. See, this is what people don't understand, man. To be a great fighter, you got to be able to adjust and make adjustment on the dime. You train for whatever, but you don't know what style you're going to use. And if you have a style, then something's wrong anyway. You got to be able to fight the style that best allows you a winning chance, no matter what that is. If you go back and look at all my rematches, I made adjustment. I didn't fight the same fight. I made adjustment. When I get in the ring, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do whatever it takes to give me the best chance to win. I don't care if they booing or if it's boring or what. It's all about that W. And if he can avoid getting knocked out, and if he can control the distance, ring generalship, that's how boxing is won. That's how you can last 22 years and still be able to talk, still be able to function. So that people want to know how great I am? I don't know, but I got out of boxing 23 years ago. 23 years of straight combat, and I ain't got a scratch on me. I think that speaks volumes. I think that speaks volumes of my ability, my talent, my skill, and everything.
If Thurman beats Manny, do you see him as the #1 welterweight? I know a lot of people put Spence
You have to.
there.
I mean, he's been there longer. He has more, tenure.
Because people would say, no,
he has more tenure. He has more
Crawford.
tenure there.
Yeah.
He has more tenure there at the welterweight division than anybody. Before Spence was there, Thurman was there. Before Crawford got there, Thurman was there. So it's Thurman division until somebody beats him. I know a lot of fans feel that Spence and Crawford may be a step above Thurman. That may be the case, but he is still the king of the welterweight division because he's undefeated. Nobody's ever beat him, and he has more tenure there at the welterweight division as champion than all the champions that are there now. So I still think it's his division.
Break down a matchup between Errol Spence and the winner of this fight. Would you favor Spence or would you favor Manny or Thurman coming into that fight?
We have to see how that fight goes. You're only as great as your last fight. So we're gonna have to be able to draw the comparisons. And this is a very important fight. It's how Manny Pacquiao handled himself with a guy that's, move a lot and a guy that try to set things up, that's going to be challenging for Pacquiao. I don't think he's been in the ring with as crafty of a fighter as Thurman since Mayweather. And I'm not saying Mayweather and Thurman are on the same level by any chance. I'm just saying, boxing-wise and knowing how and having the experience, I think this is the most dangerous fighter Pacquiao has faced since Mayweather. A guy that can truly probably outbox him, outthink him in the ring, and just be a step or two ahead. I think Thurman can fight that type of fight and make it very difficult for Pacquiao.
Do you see Thurman knocking out Manny? Because he kind of lunges in sometimes?
Manny gonna have to be defensively responsible in this fight, a little bit more so, because the angles of those shots that Thurman throws on the move, he's crafty. He's real crafty. He shoots in sometime. And just like Marquez, he can catch Pacquiao coming in like he normally do, over aggressively, and catch him with a shot he don't see, and it could spell trouble for Pacquiao.